We have some major breaking news. The Trump administration says they will partially fund SNAP for the month of November. Now, of course, this order comes just days after the Trump administration was ordered by judges in the state of Massachusetts as well as Rhode Island to fund SNAP going into the month of November. Those two orders the Trump administration disobeyed at first because they said they needed to check with their lawyers, and then citing that this was a Democrat shutdown when in fact Republicans control all branches of government, and Republicans have been on 6 weeks of paid vacation. And Mike Johnson, of course, has just said that they're not going to be coming back this week as well. But they have now said they'll be at least partially funding it. That's according to one of the judge's rulings here. It goes on to write here from The Guardian, quote, the Trump administration has said in a court filing that it plans to partially fund food aid for millions of Americans after two judges ruled last week that it must use contingency funds to pay for the benefits in November during the government shutdown. And then it goes on to continue talking about how the United States Department of Agriculture is going to have to now tap into that contingency fund. Of course, that contingency fund is $5.25 billion that they would be using to fund SNAP, of course, for the 42 million Americans, but they're going to at least partially fund it, at least according to one of those judges' rulings, because, of course, it wasn't just the Democratic governors and attorney generals that sued to make sure that SNAP was funded for their states, but you also had nonprofit organizations sue as well. So you got two different rulings, one saying you need to fully fund it for the month of November, another one saying that you need to at least partially fund it for the month of November. So once again, the Trump administration is going to at least be partially funding SNAP for the month of November, as many Americans were concerned and heartbreakingly going into crisis mode, just trying to figure out how they were going to feed their families this month. A feeling that so many know all too well. Be sure to follow the Jeremiah Patterson Show here on TikTok, Instagram at TJPS News, as well as our YouTube channel, The Jeremiah Patterson Show, and check out our website, tjpsnews.com, and be sure to subscribe there for free, or you can become a paid member or consider making a donation to support independent journalism.